I would be happier if the district attorney of New York County would take care of criminals than to spend $5 million or $10 million of taxpayers' money trying Donald Trump on this nonsense.
What do you think of Donald Trump?
Welcome back to Tracking That, a channel where we try to track what liberals are saying but end up not being able to as usual. And in this video we have Judge Judy finally using common sense and pretty much coming out as a Trump supporter in the CNN interview. If you recall, she endorsed Nikki Haley in January and made the claim Trump never should have been president. So that tells you everything you need to know about her political beliefs. Former far-left Fox News Democrat host and jerk-off Chris Wallace, who is now a CNN host on Saturdays at 10 a.m., a time where nobody watches, gave the interview to Judge Judy. If you remember, Chris Wallace had a Sunday show on Fox News, also a time where nobody watches, so he's basically a fill-in so the networks can get their advertisement money. Also, he was the worst moderator of all time in one of the Trump v. Biden debates, not being able to control either of them, asking biased questions toward Trump and softballs toward Biden. It was a complete and total disaster. But anyways, Judge Judy had this to say about Trump's verdict.
Is that the justice system working, or is it the justice system being manipulated?
I would be happier, as someone who owns property in Manhattan, if the district attorney of New York County would take care of criminals who are making it impossible for citizens to walk in the streets and use the subway, to use his efforts to keep those people off the street, than to spend $5 million or $10 million of taxpayers' money trying Donald Trump on this nonsense. That's my view. But I, as a taxpayer in this country, resent using the system for your own personal self-aggrandizement. Now, if you didn't know...
And that's what you think the DA did in Manhattan?
As you can see, this moron is surprised by Judge Judy's statements, but I understand why he is. His face is so far up his rear end at CNN that his already distorted views have gotten even worse. I guarantee you his opinion about Trump's verdict is, "Nobody is above the law. Justice has been served." But nonsense is the verbiage Judge Judy used on the Clown News Network. About time.
That's what I think. I mean, if you look, you had to twist yourself into a pretzel to figure out what the crime was. He doesn't like him. New York City didn't like him for a while.
Trump.
So I've already went in depth on why Trump should have not been found guilty, because Judge Judy is absolutely right. They had to twist words into a pretzel to find him guilty, and they had a jury pool from a city that had Biden win 84.5% to Trump's 14.5%. But in summary, each count he was found guilty of were basically payments he made to Michael Cohen, his then lawyer, each month. And somehow through word manipulation, twisting, they convinced the jury he had the intent to defraud and to commit another crime, because Michael Cohen paid Stormy Daniels to not talk about his alleged affair. It was absolutely impossible for them to find intent, and that's probably the most important element of that state statute of falsifying business records in the first degree. Trump also denies having an affair with Stormy, so there was also no evidence of that. But you can have as much evidence or lack thereof in front of a Democrat, and they're just going to ignore you and use their feelings to compensate. That's why they don't like Trump. He was painted to be a bad man from the beginning, and of course good people don't like bad men, so we must hate them, right? That's their perspective.
What do you think of Donald Trump?
What do I think of him? I think he was a good businessman, a real estate guy, and he was certainly terrific on The Apprentice.
She's definitely voting for Trump, there's no denying that. You can't have that strong opinion of Alvin Bragg without having strong opinions against the Biden administration, since Bragg is a Biden admin puppet. Notice how I say Biden administration, because we all know Biden has no control of anything. But I'm still confused on why Judge Judy endorsed Nikki Haley. Anytime I think of Nikki Haley, I think of her complaining about us not sending enough money to Israel. As Candace Owens said, she should have ran for president of Israel. She barely focused on issues at home, I mean. But anyways, guys, that's all I have for today's video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Looks like we have Judge Judy and now Dr. Phil on our side. This is a very interesting election.